Go ahead, Caitlin.
All right, let's start with John Blau.
Trayce, you obviously go up against Jordan Geronimo in practice all the time. He played really well in his minutes against Luka Garza. What do you see in practice from him in terms of what makes him that good of a defender, and how impressive was that to see that from a freshman in a big game like this?
Jordan's been down on himself a little bit the past couple of weeks on how he's been playing. And so this week in practice, we've really been trying to put an emphasis on getting his confidence back up. And he came in after practice this few days and was really amped up and ready to play. And he did a really, really good job guarding one of the best players in the country. I mean, 10 for 22 shooting, I mean, that's hard to do. And then doing it as a freshman, I'm really proud of him, honestly. Really, really proud of him.
Zach.
Trayce, coach talked about the week off and maybe, just you guys being willing to challenge yourselves, challenge each other. What does that look like, I guess, when I know you don't plan for the week off and nobody obviously wants to have it in terms of, another team having to shut down, but what does that look like in practice when maybe you guys do have a week to breathe a little bit and maybe just push each other a little bit more?
I think that the week off really, really helped us. In some cases, it really hurt some teams not being able to play and get games in and be able to keep going and keep getting that rhythm. But with us, it was more of a reset. Coming off the loss to Purdue, we were kind of a lost team. And so just getting our legs back under us, I think our defensive intensity was raised in practice, and coach was not allowing slippage in practice as well. So I thought that really transferred over to the game this last week of practice.
Last question for Trayce. Tom.
Trayce, from a mental standpoint, especially as much as you guys struggled a week ago and how you guys have struggled to try to finish games. I mean, even today you guys were behind for 30 minutes. What did it take from a fortitude standpoint to just stay in there and just keep battling and get it tied and then get ahead?
It's really just you can't ever give up. They had probably an 8 or 9 point lead with 12 minutes left. And then we got stops. 8, 9, and 10 war, which is the last 12 minutes of the game. We always emphasize our defensive intensity has to rise because in the past it hasn't been that good. And so I thought we did that really, really well besides the last 2 minutes when they kind of went on their little run again. But overall, I thought we did a really good job on defense. They scored 95 points per game, and holding them to one of their lowest of the season is really good for us. So.
All right. Thanks, Trayce.
Thank you.
Now we'll go with Rob. Let's see. Dustin.
Yeah, Rob, Archie said he felt like you played one of the best defensive games of your career in this game. And just what were you kind of locked into doing in this game? Basically, what do you feel like you did well defensively, and what do you guys feel like you did well collectively, especially just defending the 3-point line?
It really started in practice this week. Coming off that Purdue loss, we felt like we didn't play as hard as we could, so it was really intense. So coach got into us a little bit, and we just want to pick up our defensive intensity. I feel like we did a good job as a team. Everyone helped me with Bohannon, with Frederick, and even with the guards in the second half. So it was really a team effort.
Aiden.
Yeah, Rob, how did you guys kind of figure out that zone during that big run in the second half, and what kind of changed for you guys offensively during that run in the second half?
I felt like in the first half, the zone got us a little stagnant, and the second half, we were moving the ball. Coach really got into it at halftime that even if they're in zone, we can still run our offense. So the bigs did a good job setting screens and getting the guards open. So that's what we did.
Last one for Rob. Jeff.
Yeah, hey, Rob. In the second half there, you guys hold Bohannon to 0 points. Obviously, held him to 0 for the game. But in the second half, 0 for Bohannon, 0 for McCaffrey, 1 for Wieskamp in 53 combined minutes. I mean, how are you guys able to do that?
Really, it's a team effort. Everybody was locked in. Like I said, I feel like it started in practice this week. It was really intense. We had a really competitive week in practice. So the bench gave us energy, and everybody was just feeding off the energy the bench gave us, really.
All right. Thanks, Rob.